Ever wondered what secrets lurk beneath the surface of American history? What shadows hide in the past, shaping the very fabric of a nation? Ready to uncover the truth? Prepare to journey into the chilling heart of America's most infamous crimes. These are not just stories. They are echoes of a time when the unthinkable became reality. America, the land of the free, the home of the brave. But sometimes, it has also been the stage for the most unbelievable acts of human depravity. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe for more value. Like, share, and smash the bell notification so you don't have to miss explorations into the mysteries of the past. Now let's unravel some of these dark chapters. Moments that sent shockwaves not just across the nation, but around the entire globe. Number 1. The Lindbergh Kidnapping. Imagine a world captivated by a single family. Charles Lindbergh, the daring aviator, a true American hero, had captured the hearts of millions with his solo flight across the Atlantic. He was a symbol of hope, progress, and the boundless spirit of the new age. Then, in the quiet hours of March 1st, 1932, that symbol was shattered. From the nursery of his Hopewell, New Jersey home, his 20-month-old son, Charles Augustus Lindbergh Jr., vanished. The crib was empty, a ransom note left behind. This was no ordinary crime. It was a global obsession. The world held its breath, following every agonizing detail of the frantic search. The media frenzy was unprecedented, turning a private tragedy into a public spectacle. The ransom demands came, a desperate dance between the kidnappers and the distraught parents. Hope flickered with every lead, only to be extinguished by dead ends and false promises. The nation, indeed the world, prayed for the safe return of the eaglet. But the story took a tragic turn. After 72 days of agonizing uncertainty, the baby's body was discovered in a shallow grave just a few miles from the Lindbergh estate. The discovery plunged the nation into profound grief and outrage. The hunt for the kidnapper became the largest manhunt in American history. Every clue was scrutinized, every suspect investigated. The public demanded justice, a swift and decisive end to this nightmare. Eventually, a German immigrant named Bruno Richard Hauptmann was arrested. The evidence against him, though circumstantial to some, was compelling enough for a conviction. He was found guilty and ultimately executed. Yet even today, questions linger. Was Hauptmann truly the sole perpetrator? Were there others involved? Their identities forever lost to history? The case remains a deeply mysterious event, shrouded in layers of doubt and speculation. The Lindbergh kidnapping was a powerful demonstration of life's fragility and the depths of human greed. It exposed vulnerabilities in society, leading to significant changes in law enforcement and kidnapping laws. Most notably, the Lindbergh Law, making kidnapping a federal crime. This complex puzzle left an unforgettable mark on American society. It was a stark reminder that even the most celebrated figures were not immune to tragedy, and that evil could strike at the heart of the American dream. The mystery of that night continues to fascinate and disturb, a chilling tale passed down through generations. Number 2. The Salem Witch Trials. Now let's journey back even further, to a time when fear and superstition held an iron grip on the human mind. Picture 17th century colonial Massachusetts, a small Puritan village named Salem. Here, in 1692, a terrifying witch hunt began, fueled by paranoia and unchecked religious fervor. It started with a few young girls exhibiting strange behaviors, fits, and accusations of being tormented by unseen forces. Soon, their accusations spiraled, pointing fingers at neighbors, friends, and even family members. The community, already living under strict religious doctrines and facing harsh conditions, was ripe for mass hysteria. The accusations spread like wildfire. People were arrested, interrogated, and forced to confess to witchcraft, often under duress. The trials were a chilling spectacle, where spectral evidence, testimony about dreams and visions of the accused spirit tormenting the victim, was accepted as proof. Innocent lives were lost, condemned by the very people they lived amongst. Men and women, young and old, were accused of consorting with the devil. The fear was so pervasive that to deny the accusations was often seen as further proof of guilt. The sheer scale of the delusion is staggering. Over 200 people were accused, and 20 were executed. 19 were hanged, and one man, Giles Corey, was pressed to death for refusing to enter a plea. Talk about a bad hair day, or rather, a truly horrific end. The Salem witch trials stand as a stark reminder of mass delusion and the terrifying power of fear when left unchecked. It was a time when reason was abandoned, and suspicion became the ultimate judge. The events exposed the dangers of religious extremism and the fragility of justice in the face of collective panic. This was a complex narrative, a tapestry woven with threads of religious fervor, social unrest, and unchecked power. It showed how easily a community could turn on itself, driven by a potent mix of belief, anxiety, and the desire to find a scapegoat for their misfortunes. The legacy of Salem continues to resonate. It serves as a powerful cautionary tale about the importance of critical thinking, due process, and the protection of individual rights against the tyranny of the majority. It reminds us that even in seemingly pious communities, darkness can take root and flourish. Number 3. The assassination of JFK. Fast forward to a crisp autumn day in 1963. Dallas, Texas. President John F. Kennedy, a charismatic and hopeful leader, was riding in a motorcade, waving to cheering crowds. He represented a new generation, a promise of progress, and a brighter future for America. Then, in a horrifying instant, everything changed. Shots rang out. The world watched in disbelief as the young president was struck down. The assassination of JFK remains one of the most debated and profoundly obscure events in American history. The immediate aftermath was chaos, confusion, and profound grief. The nation was plunged into mourning, a collective sorrow that transcended political divides. The world mourned with America, stunned by the sudden loss of such a vibrant figure. Lee Harvey Oswald, a former Marine, was quickly apprehended and identified as the primary suspect. But before he could be thoroughly questioned or brought to trial, he too was assassinated, shot by Jack Ruby on live television. This second shocking act only deepened the mystery. The official Warren Commission concluded that Oswald acted alone. Yet, from that day to this, unanswered questions have persisted. Were there other shooters? Was there a larger conspiracy at play? The theories are endless, ranging from the plausible to the truly outlandish. The Zapruder film, a home movie capturing the assassination, has been scrutinized frame by frame, fueling countless debates. Every angle, every shadow, every movement has been analyzed, yet no definitive consensus has emerged. The truth, like a phantom, continues to elude us, keeping the mystery alive. The assassination of JFK shattered American innocence. It left an indelible scar on the national psyche, fostering a deep-seated distrust in authority and a fascination with hidden truths. It became a symbol of a turning point, a moment when the optimism of the early 1960s gave way to a more cynical reality. This event continues to captivate and perplex. It is a wound that is never fully healed, a puzzle with missing pieces that may never be found. The enduring questions surrounding JFK's death remind us that some historical events are so monumental, so impactful, that their full truth may forever remain just out of reach. Number 4. Al Capone. Now let's shift gears to the Roaring '20s, an era of jazz, flappers, and illicit booze. This was the age of Al Capone, a name synonymous with organized crime, a figure who built an empire on the dark side of the American dream. Capone wasn't just a gangster. He was a celebrity, a larger-than-life character who embodied the defiance and excess of Prohibition-era Chicago. He was a real smooth operator, if you know what I mean. Charming one moment, ruthlessly violent the next. He built his vast criminal enterprise on bootlegging, supplying illegal alcohol to a thirsty nation, but his reach extended far beyond liquor, encompassing gambling, prostitution, and protection rackets. He controlled a vast network, enforcing his will through intimidation and brutal violence. The St. Valentine's Day Massacre in 1929, where 7 rival gang members were brutally murdered, cemented his reputation for ruthlessness. It was a shocking display of power, a chilling reminder of the deadly stakes in the underworld. Yet, despite the public outcry, Capone seemed untouchable. For years, law enforcement struggled to bring him down. He was too powerful, too well-connected, too adept at evading justice. He bribed officials, intimidated witnesses, and operated with a brazenness that seemed to mock the very idea of law and order. Ironically, it wasn't murder or racketeering that finally led to his downfall. It was tax evasion. The federal government, led by Treasury agent Elliot Ness and his untouchables, found the one angle that could stick. In 1931, Capone was convicted and sentenced to prison. His story is a clear illustration of the allure of power and the dark side of the American dream. It shows how a society's attempts to legislate morality can inadvertently create a fertile ground for criminal enterprises to flourish. Capone exploited the demand for illegal goods, becoming a kingpin in the process. Al Capone's reign exposed the corruption that permeated many levels of society during Prohibition. It highlighted the challenges of enforcing unpopular laws and the seductive nature of illicit wealth. His legacy continues to fascinate, a testament to the enduring appeal of the anti-hero figure in American culture. These are just a few glimpses into the dark underbelly of American history. Each crime, a chilling reminder of the complexities of human nature, the fragility of peace, and the enduring power of mystery. They force us to confront uncomfortable truths about our past and ourselves. Did these stories send a chill down your spine? Which crime shocked you the most, or left you with the most unanswered questions? Let me know in the comments below. Your thoughts and theories are always welcome. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into the shadows of history, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more explorations into the mysteries of the past. Your support helps us uncover more hidden truths and bring these compelling stories to light. Now that you've seen this part of the story, the next video reveals even more. Don't miss how it all connects. Click the next video and uncover what happens next beyond known.